So I managed to go through my collection and find some fragrances that, well, either ferragamo didn't talk about, forgot about, or just plain overlooked. So you want to know what those fragrances are? Meet me on the other side of this intro and we will get right into it. I promise. Sit right there. You're going to want to see this one. See you in a second. What's going on, everybody? That's right, you guessed it. I don't know how y'all knew it was me. That's right, it is your boy Trey Sense. Listen, got a little video for you today, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. What we're gonna talk about, well, are some fragrances that I think just need to be mentioned. Ferragamo either forgot about them, didn't know about them, didn't care about them, or whatever. But they're all pretty good fragrances, and most of them are really inexpensive. Now, before get into this video, gotta do something. Y'all gotta do something for me because I need it. I need it. Here's what I need you to do. 3 things. Like this video, share this video, and sub to this channel. That's it. After you sub to this channel, hit the icon bell so you know every time I do a video. Real simple. And all of that is just like the air you breathe. It's free. Don't cost you a dime, I promise. Now, let's get into this video. Man, where do I start? Okay, let's start right here. From a house that I like, and it is a flanker that I like. And this is from the house, as I try to find this atomizer, and it is Chrome Sport. And honestly, I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. Why? Because it has the chrome DNA in it, but it doesn't have the metallicness in it that the original chrome has. Chrome is one of my favorite fragrances. It just is. And I haven't smelt a chrome flanker yet that I didn't like. Now this thing is watery, it's grassy, and it's citrusy. Really nice little fragrance. I'm not sure it's sporty. To me, it comes off as warm, inviting, and romantic. I would definitely wear this on a fall date night or a spring date night. I would wear it to a spring wedding. I think it's the grass notes in it that just gives it that warm, inviting accord. That mixed with the water, or should I say the watery notes. I wouldn't drink it, but I'm sure some water in it. Looks like a pretty colored juice too, but nonetheless, man, I really dig this fragrance. There was a little talk about this fragrance, but then it just kind of disappeared. Not a whole lot of fanfare. Nonetheless, this is a really nice flanker. It's a really good fragrance. It's very inexpensive. It's one I think you guys should add to your collection. Again, if you're that type of guy that loves those cool springtime mornings and evenings, or those cool fall days where the sun's still out and it's shiny and it's pretty and it's just, you know, invigorating because that sun's beaming down on you, but it's still cool enough for you to go do anything that you want to do. Or should I say the heat has left. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. It just reminds me of more so a spring day than a fall day. You know what I'm saying? Because when I think fall, I think a little bit cooler. I think leaves changing. And this doesn't give me the leaves changing vibes. It gives me more the grass is growing. Things are blossoming, blooming, you know, kind of like right when the time first changes and the days get long again. You know what I'm saying? The butterflies are flying and, you know, you got to go to t-ball practice, those kind of things. That's the kind of vibe this fragrance gives me. Just that nice, warm, aquatic-y, grassy type of vibe. Slight hint of Acqua di Gio, you know, almost like that's what Azzaro was trying to go at with this. Almost like they were trying to take their little shots at, you know, Armani, like, hey, I see you and I got you with Chrome Sport. Nice little fragrance. It would definitely be in that wheelhouse of Acqua di Gio, and the fact that it's aquatic. and not quite as metallic as the OG chrome. Nice little flanker here, chrome sport. Give it a try, put that in your collection. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't even know how many of these fragrances I got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I stopped at 9. It's an odd number for me. It's an odd number for everybody. 9 is just an odd number, but it's fine. I always do 5, 7. Well, today we're gonna do 9. How about that? And this next one is from the house of Lanvin, and it is Oxygene, as I give it a squirt on the old test strip. Oh man, that smells good. Now, I really like this fragrance, and I don't hear anybody talking about it. And this was one I used to see at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, more so TJ Maxx and Ross. And you see the levels on the bottle. I've went to work on it. And that's because I like it. It's a different type of fresh. The main players in this fragrance are juniper and cypress. And they actually work well together. This is a fresh type of scent, but it has a lot of body, a lot of personality, and a lot of masculinity. And I think that's coming from that old juniper and cypress in it. The two just work well together and give it this nice wintry type of feel, but at the same time it stays fresh, casual, light, and warm. It just gives it a warm, inviting feel. But to me, that's the difference between notes and accord. All fragrances have notes, but those notes come together and make an accord. And that's a lot of times what I tell you about the fragrances, the vibe that I get off of it. That's because that's what the notes lend it to. They just make up an accord. Because sometimes you can't pick out a specific note in a fragrance, which means the fragrance is well done and well blended. Ah, this smells good. This time of the year is the perfect time to wear this fragrance because it's cooled off a little. It's cooled off a little bit. It still isn't cold, but it reminds me of just a bright, pretty day. Not sure why they went with the name of Oxygene for this fragrance, but it's still one that I absolutely love. And 70-degree day, I like it because it has something about it that makes it refreshing and fresh, but the juniper and cypress in it definitely warms it up. It makes it a nice, cozy, pretty type of scent. With the color of that juice, you would think that it was an aquatic, but it's not. It's not at all, and nor is it blue. Good smelling little fragrance. Speaking of accords, I'm going to go with this one. This one is from the house of Baldessarini, and it is Ambré, and I'm going to give this a spray. I really like this fragrance. I really like this line. I was introduced to this line when I was hanging out many years ago with my big cousin, who was just a little bit older than me. It goes by the name of Tracy Bonds. A little bit older than me. We grew up, and I don't know why I set that bottle down because I'm fixing to need it. We grew up playing together back when they lived here before they moved to Texas. They lived right across the state line in Mississippi. And me and that was my partner. We were tight. They called one of us Duck and the other one Goose. I was Goose. I don't know how I got to be Goose and he was Duck. That's what they call us. Duck and Goose. Nonetheless, I guess I've shaken this thing enough. Now, the main notes that I pick up on in this fragrance are amber and vanilla. But we just talked about accords. Now, I do pick up on the amber, the vanilla, and leather. What I pick up on the most is an accord. Those fragrances combine to me to give this a very boozy note. There's not one listed in it, but that's what I get, is boozy. I like it. It's smooth, and for those who don't know, Baldessarini is a line from Hugo Boss. And it's a pretty good line. They have about 12 or 13 fragrances that I've seen. I only have 2. I've come in contact with 3. Talking about my big cousin Duck, he wore, I guess it was just Baldessarini, because it wasn't Baldessarini's signature, or maybe it was Baldessarini for him. And it smelled good. He left it in my truck one time, and I put that bad boy to work. He got it back. He looked at the levels. He was like, man, I was like, it evaporated. It's in Texas. It's hot in the summertime. But I do. I really like this fragrance. Amber and leather. And it just gives it this nice boozy accord. And I think this may be the most expensive fragrance on this list at about 40 bucks. But nonetheless, that's still a good buy. Perfect time of the year to wear this fragrance. I think it's very well made. I think it smells good. It performs well. Decent projection, 1.5 to 2 hours, which to me is not decent. It's good. Longevity, 5 to 6 hour range. And after that, you're going to have to Brett Favre it and pump fake. That's all right. We can hit them with the pump fake and keep it moving. Baldessarini, Ambré. Nice little boozy, leathery type of scent. Where do I want to go next? Okay, I've done that one. I haven't done that one. I've done those 2. Well, let's get some Perilous in. And by the way, for those who are wanting to know, there are 3 fragrances from the house of Perilous on this list. Now let me get this. This is a big bottle, so I need to put this top. Oh, almost dropped it. Sit this top down. Find the atomizer so I don't spray myself in the head. And I have sprayed myself in the head. The fragrance is from the house of Perilous. I know I've just said that. And the fragrance is Cobalt. And this is a nice, crisp, clean, again, fragrance with a nice boozy accord. But this actually has the note of rum listed. So I guess it's not an accord, then I guess it's an actual note. But you can definitely pick up on that with some woods and some citrus. It smells really good. I don't understand why this fragrance didn't get more love or doesn't get more love. And besides, if you don't like the fragrance, you can use this as a paperweight. If you have a boat, you can tie it to your boat, and you have an anchor, self-defense mechanism. I mean, this thing doubles as many, many things. I'm sure if you put some wires on it and hooked it up to your house, you could probably get Disney Channel or something for free. I mean, it's a huge bottle. And I'm trying something new with the tester strips. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get used to using the strips because I run out of skin, especially when I do a video of 9 or 10 fragrances. I run out of places to spray, and it's just easier to spray it on these strips. But nonetheless, this is a nice, woody, boozy, inexpensive type of scent. And I want to say I got this in a gift set for about $30. And it came with this huge 3.4 ounce bottle and a smaller travel size. But I picked it up many, many years ago. Well, not many, many years ago, maybe 3, 4 years ago. And it seems like I got this in Birmingham doing some Christmas shopping. We went out Christmas shopping, picked it up. But again, that's a nice, boozy, woody type of fragrance, and I like it. And it's inexpensive. That's a huge bottle. I think you can get the 50 ml bottles for around the $17 mark, and you can't ask for much more than that. In the house of Perilous, that is Cobalt. Sticking with the house of Perilous, as I got another one, I got to take this big old top off, and I got to find a place to put him. There we go. Now I got to find an atomizer so y'all don't see me spraying myself in the face, because I have done that. There it is. Give this bad boy 2 squirts. That smells really good. And is that, oh, the levels on this thing, I've worn this a few times. And because I really like this fragrance. Now, again, just like Cobalt, it has a certain crispness and cleanness to it. I was fixing to say cream. Cleanliness to it. It just has this crisp, clean vibe to it. Now, the major notes in this thing are apple and some citruses, and you pick them up very well, especially that red apple. It stands out. It is a note that runs primarily through the entire length of the fragrance. And I enjoy it. I really, really do. To me, that's a nice smelling fragrance. And again, I got it in a gift set as well with the little 0.5 travel, I guess it would be atomizer, travel decant, whatever you want to call it. And I like this fragrance. And I've worn this one probably more than I have the Cobalt. Some of these fragrances, I forget I have them and I forget how good they smell until I'm trying to do a video. And then I smell them and I'm like, Trey, you got to get that on some skin, bro. And then I say, the next time I leave the house, I'm wearing that. And then I say that 9 times and it's just like, so tomorrow I'm going to have to pick one because I'm supposed to go get my hair cut. I have a standing appointment with my barber every Wednesday, 1 o'clock, to get my, everything in order. Because when you're on television, you're on YouTube, you gotta look the part, man. That's a little bit of Trey Belafonte coming out in it. I'm just saying. Man, that smells good. Anyway, Perilous Red, nice apple citrus type of fragrance. We're gonna go ahead and finish out the house of Perilous. This one, it's just a sleeper. It's a sleeper fragrance as I find this atomizer. But while I find the atomizer, I'm gonna tell y'all about the fragrance and give y'all a chance to look up some more notes if you want to, or look up whatever you want to look up about it. There we go. This is Perilous Platinum. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Musk and mandarin orange is what I pick up with this fragrance. But I think that may be a little bit off because I use Fragrantica to, find out my notes. And here's why I think it may be a little bit off. Perilous is one of my favorite houses, but Perilous is also known for making a lot of clones. This is a clone as well. This is a clone of one of the best-selling men fragrances of all time. This fragrance is very similar to Giorgio Armani's Acqua di Gio, and I mean very, very similar. Do you hear me? I mean, this is probably closer to Acqua di Gio than 360 Red, because 360 Red has some more spices. 360 Red is Acqua di Gio turned up. This is just Acqua di Gio. I mean, this is a budget Acqua di Gio, and it probably, and you know what? My scent of the day is gone. It's worn off. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this on my beautiful black skin and get me just a little. I like this fragrance, y'all, but the problem is I like all fragrances. There are very few fragrances that I smell that I like, dislike. Oh yeah. And I'll tell you something that I'm noticing that's a little bit funny to me. When you spray on these test strips, the fragrance is not as alcoholic. And I'm wondering if that's why when you go to the mall or places that sell fragrances, they always want to spray it on these test strips because they come off a little bit better on the strips than they do on skin. On skin, you got to give them a minute, but that's why I always try to get it on their skin because I'm not going to walk around with this taped to my shirt. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that is a clone of Acqua di Gio. But the main players that I pick up on, definitely musk and mandarin orange. The rest of the notes seems like violet leaf may have been listed, but I don't pick up on much violet leaf in it. I wish I did because I love the note of violet. Where's the front and the bottom? Boy, they don't care about people who can't see. There it is. Nonetheless, and this fragrance was around the $20 mark, and it is a very good clone of Acqua di Gio. Is it better than Belcam's G? I don't know. It's gonna be close. That's gonna be a real close competition. Is it better than Paris Hilton's Just For Me? I don't know. It's gonna be close. They each have strong points. They're each inexpensive, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick up. But if you like me and you like the Perilous, then the vote has to go to Platinum. I don't even think I said the name of the fragrance. That's Perilous Platinum. If I didn't say the name of the fragrance. If I did, then Perilous Platinum. We're gonna say that 3 times. Like Candyman and fragrances is gonna appear. And listen, don't go to your bathroom looking in the mirror talking about cologne. I think cologne go up here because it's not. I bet you won't go in there, cut your light off and say Candyman 3 times. I bet you I ain't either. No, sir, I'm good on that. Call me what you want, I don't care. I'm good on that. Okay, I got 3 more fragrances. Let me get this one out of the way, and then we'll close it out with 2 fragrances in the exact same house. This one is a flanker, another flanker to one of my favorite fragrances. And the flanker, or the OG, is Chrome. And this is Chrome Intense as I lean with it. I need to lean with it because I need to lean back because this is one of them Fat Joe fragrances. When I put this on, boy, my swagger goes stupid. Stupid. Let me let that dry down. If I hadn't just sprayed that. My goodness. Okay. Best way for me to describe this one to you is this. This one is chrome without the metallicness, and add in a little bit of amber and a whole lot of musk. But the OG chrome has a lot of musk too. Unfortunately, this one doesn't perform as well as the original chrome, but it is very, very similar to that. With just a little bit of a twist, maybe slightly more floral, a little bit easier to wear. Funny, I was just talking about my barber. The last time I went to the barber shop, we got to talking about fragrances. Every time I go to the barber shop, we get to talking about fragrances. He recently just purchased Sauvage, the EDT, and we were talking about it, and he loves it. And he was like, man, I didn't think nothing was gonna beat our chrome. I'm telling you, people, the guys in Alabama love chrome. It's a staple here, chrome and curve, but definitely chrome. Nonetheless, he now has replaced his chrome with Sauvage, but he still got that chrome. Chrome just lasts forever on skin or on clothes. This one doesn't have the staying power of chrome, but it's a little bit more wearable, and I think it's because it doesn't have as much of that metallic vibe that chrome has. But I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. Coming up on the time of year to wear this, I think it's a very sexy fragrance. I think it's very masculine. This is one that I could see that nice fall breeze picking up off of your hoodie or your jacket or whatever and getting in the air and just going across somebody's nose and they're going, ooh, somebody smells good. That's the type of fragrance this is. And I would wear this anywhere. Work, play, church, hanging out with the fellas, shooting pool, playing cards, on a date, Netflix and chilling, whatever. I would wear Chrome Intense anywhere. Good smelling fragrance right there, man. Nice, musky, masculine type of scent. Okay, I got this many more. And these are both from the house of Bulgari. And this one is Bulgari Man Cologne. And this one, is another one, man, that reminds me of a very, very popular fragrance. or it used to be popular. This one just got overlooked some kind of way, in my opinion. And it reminds me, as I look at my collection, a little bit of Spice Bomb, a little bit of Spice Bomb Extreme. It has that type of vibe to it. It just does. And again, it's a little bit more boozy than those, because those aren't necessarily boozy fragrances, but this one is almost like Spice Bomb with some booze in it. Well, let me retract that. Spice Bomb Extreme with a little bit of a boozy accord to it. Except this is much cheaper, because you can get this for about $39 to $40. I got this at Marshall's in Huntsville, and I was happy to see it and to know that, because I got all of my Bulgari Man flankers from Marshall's. Definitely pick up on some green notes in there, and definitely pick up on some rum. The rum to me is the major player in this fragrance. And it smells good. Only knock on this fragrance, and it is a big knock. The performance is not good. It's just not good performance at all. Fragrance smells amazing. It just doesn't stay very long. I mean, you may get an hour and a half of projection. You may get 3 to 3.5 hours of longevity. That's it. Or at least that's all I got off my skin. I think it's worth it, because you're gonna smell that good. And great fall and winter date night fragrance. If you're taking a chick out to the Sizzler, you know, you're gonna let her get some sausage and some pancakes, and you're gonna let her eat off the buffet so she can do it up and get it in real good. I almost said something so bad then. No, bad tray. Great date night fragrance. Again, a date night scent doesn't have to last for 12 hours. You just need it to. Never mind. I'm gonna stop. Let me put this down and move on to this last fragrance. Bulgari Man Black Cologne. Very similar to Spice Bomb Extreme with a little bit of a boozy accord. Y'all, I get things on my mind sometimes. I think all these fragrances then went to my head. What I think I didn't, you know, smell too many of them. This last one is from the house of Bulgari as well. And it is Bulgari Man Extreme. And man, do I like this fragrance. Why? Because it contains one of my favorite notes, bergamot. And it reminds me a little bit of Fico di Amalfi, Elysium. It's in that wheelhouse. No, it doesn't smell as good as those fragrances. Performs about like those fragrances, because neither one of those are good performance. Fico di Amalfi, which is by Alpha de Parma, and Elysium is by Roja, or Raja, however you say it. But this is in the same wheelhouse with those fragrances, and this is much cheaper. And none of those fragrances are strong performance. I love Elysium. I think it would be a perfect 10 out of 10 fragrance if it performed longer, and it didn't cost 17 kidneys. You know, I can't pay that for it. Can't give you my arm. Because if I give you my arm for the spray, how am I gonna spray up? Duh. Nonetheless, the bergamot in this is heavenly. I really, really like it. And that mixes in with some pink grapefruit. Just a nice little frag right here. Really do like it. Again, this was between 35. I may have caught this one on sale. Seems like I caught this one on sale for around the $30 mark. But again, this is a summertime banger. If you live out there in Texas, like Miss Belafonte or my boy JP, Manny, Stacks, Clayton, all of them out there in Texas, it's still pretty warm. So if you got this in your collection, reach for it, pull it out, spray it on before it gets too cold. Good little fragrance. If you don't have this in your collection and you're in one of the warmer areas, like it's still warm here. Like I could wear this tomorrow and be just fine because it's warm. Or if you live in Florida, Georgia, places like that, like where my boy Cheapo Depot lives, it's still warm. You know. Now if you live up there, where my boy Sam Portier live, up on the East Coast, it may be a little cool for it up there. That's right. I didn't change his name. I'm Trey Belafonte since he's Sam Portier Broom. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And you got Keith Pendergrass. I mean, we just a traveling show, baby. That's all it is. And you got J.P. Davis Jr. I mean, we everywhere, man. But nonetheless, this is a nice citrusy fragrance. I really, really do enjoy this scent a lot. That citrus in it is a really natural, smooth smelling citrus. It just doesn't last long. But man, oh man, Bulgari Man Extreme, you are doing your thing. Man, it took me 17 years to get to 19 fragrances because I was sniffing, smelling, and talking. That's what y'all came for. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate y'all sitting through this video. How long is it going on? Ooh, she's gonna be almost 30 minutes. Man, oh man. But anyway, I enjoyed doing this video. I appreciate you guys sticking through it and sitting through this video. It's been fun. It's been a blast. I've got to get off here, take a thumbnail, edit, cut the ring light off, get in chill mode, and get ready to get this video up and out. Anyway, man, please, 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 please be active in the comment section. Your input is very important. You guys are very good subs. You're very knowledgeable. I'm always interested to see what you have to say about these fragrances. So if you have any familiarity with these fragrances, please leave it in the comments below. I ain't gonna break it down to big like Jane. That was a song. Never mind. I'm telling you, my mind is too many phrases. Anyway, y'all already know the drill. You know the deal. I love you all, and God bless you all. Until next time, peace.